आजकल everyone feels if you've eaten khichdi, you don't need anything else. Are you fans of khichdi? Because that's the in food of celebrities. Iqbal is saying no.
No, I like, when we were kids, we were always told that when you're not well, you're supposed to have khichdi. But it's not there anymore because there is a lot of spunk in khichdi these days. You can have a spicy khichdi, you can have masaledar khichdi, you can have soap, you can have a veggie khichdi. So lots of stuff is there. In fact, I have 2 girls at home. Of course, these days kids, they're pretty tough with food. So the best way is to give them khichdi.
See?
It's amazing.
So, yeah. So we all agree unanimously like khichdi is the superfood. But coming to your industry and food, because feels, now I want to ask you because मैंने मुजफ्फर साहब के घर में दावत खाई है जहानी खुसरो के टाइम बहुत अच्छी होती हैं. And the thing is, everyone thinks that film stars basically eat the fanciest of food. What would you like to tell people? Because मैं जितनों से मैंने बात किया सब कहते हैं कि वो खिचड़ी और घर का खाना खाते हैं. इसमें कितना सच और कितना झूठ है?
So you are in my Ahmedabad.
हाँ जी.
I am from Ahmedabad. So I'm really happy to be here and to answer your question. Actually, I believe 50-50 in whatever the people assume. कि actors घर का खाना भी खाते हैं. But me personally, if I'm talking about Esha, I do follow a regime. So I am not somebody who eats always घर का खाना. Though अभी का वो time है जहाँ पे I am enjoying all the homemade stuff and all मम्मी के हाथ का खाना. But yes, depends यार on actor to actor. Depends on the project also actually. How fit we want to look on screen, how how good you want to feel about yourself. That completely is very subjective. So for me, I have my phases where I am sometimes on a keto, sometimes on a low carb, high protein, sometimes on completely a ghar ka khana diet. So it just varies, yaar.
I know it's basically, as they say, being in the spotlight and the pressure. But I'll start with you, Muzzafar Saab ji. I remember during Umrao Jan, Rekha was going, the whole aerobics, Jane Fonda thing, India was just waking up to. And she had lost a whole lot of weight. We go back in time to the 50s and 60s, where one felt film stars and the actors were very poles king. Like koi itna, I mean they looked great on screen, but itna nahi tha ki yahan se thode se plump lag rahe hain kya too thin. How do you perceive, like in the 80s, was aajkal to everyone's very super conscious. Was it anything like that back in the day?
नहीं, उस ज़माने में भी कोई अनकॉन्शियस नहीं था.
जी.
मैंने रेखा को तो आज तक कभी खाना खाते नहीं देखा है.
There you have it.
So, and I think we were all very aware, and I think at different levels, different kind of consciousness was there. अब एक चीज़ थी जो हम लोग के यूनिट में आती थी, and which I hated, was जाफर भाई का खिचड़ा. अगर किसी ने जाफर भाई का खिचड़ा खा लिया है, तो थोड़ा लोग उनसे दूर बैठते थे.
वो क्या होता था जाफर भाई का खिचड़ा?
खिचड़ा होता था मतलब गोश्त और मतलब सब उसमें बाकायदा अलग किस्म की दालें होती थी. पर जो यूनिट का खाना होता था उसका एक अजीब ही काइंड ऑफ एक उसमें कमराडरी की फीलिंग थी. साथ बैठ के खाने का मज़ा था, उसका अपना जायका था, लेकिन उसके बाद नींद भी ज़्यादा आती थी. तो आई डिडंट लाइक दिस यूनिट फूड. बट अब सबके अपने अपने अलग अंदाज होते थे खाने पीने के. एंड आई थिंक बॉलीवुड में तो मतलब अलग अलग तरह की ग़िज़ा बदपरहेज़ी करते थे. और बदपरहेज़ी जो है वो कुछ ख़ानदानों में इतनी ज़्यादा आपको नुमाया मिलेगी कि वो मुझे लगता है अपने वक्त से पहले ही गुजर गए. किसी ख़ानदान का नाम नहीं लूँगा.
हाँ, मैं समझ सक रही हूँ क्या बात.
वो शिकार हो गए अपनी, जिसे कहना चाहिए हम लोग चट्टो कहते हैं ना, चटाखे ज़बान का जो होता है. तो बहरहाल मुझे इस खाने का एहसास हमेशा से रहा है कि खाना जो है जब भूख लगे तो खाए और जब भूख रहे तो ना खाए. ये मैं इस पे पाबंदी से इसको मैंने गिरा में बांध के रखा है फॉर्मूला. और ज़ाहिर है लोगों को खाते देख के जो मज़ा आता है वो शायद खुद खाने में इतना ना मज़ा आता हो, उसका एक अलग जायका लुत्फ है।
Iqbal, you are someone I've always associated with fitness because I think it was a few years ago, or maybe is it a decade ago, because आपके कुछ videos थे gym workout, you were someone associated as rock hard abs and all, you know, because you've done television too. I think back in the day and now also actors are very conscious about fitness. When did you actually feel, because there's also the camera adds some 10 pounds to your frame, when did you actually become so conscientious and thought that it was a must for me to also look good?
So fitness for me does not come in because I'm an actor
Ji.
or I'm in this field. I was in a boarding school, so it was there since then. It was just a part of life, you know, whether going to the gym or a run or play a sport. But yes, you know, your previous question in terms of what we eat and what we don't. Basically, अगर कायदे से इंसानों की तरह आदमी खा ले, जो मुज़फ़्फ़र साहब ने बोला अभी, तो उससे ठीक रहता है आदमी. You know, of course, then there are also people like, you know, when you look at someone like Nikhil Mehra and then you say, why the hell does he look like this?
Yeah.
It's also because of people like them, you want to eat less. Because, I mean, look at him. You have to look at him and we were coming from the airport and he told me, you look exactly the same, yeah, 20 years ago. And I had this voiceover going inside me like, isko dekho yaar. I mean, look at his waist, he's 28. What is wrong with him? So it's also, it's inspiring to, jokes aside, it's also inspiring to, you know, to look at people like these and how people go to a different level to keep fit. I mean, you don't have to kill yourself. But yeah, to keep yourself fit. And I believe we have come in, especially our entertainment industry, we've come to a place where, in a stage where, I mean, you don't, 12 months in a year need to have six pack. I mean, it's okay. You know, as an actor, you need to fit into everything. You know, it's not the 90s or the early 2000s anymore where you needed to look good or अभी क्या है अभी OTTs की वजह से बड़ा mind blowing हो गई ये बात हो गई है कि आप गोरे हो काले हो मोटे हो गंजे हो जो भी हो आपको acting आती है ना अगर तो आपके लिए जगह है and today your protagonist can be anyone.
Absolutely.
He can be a rich man, a poor man, or whatever, a businessman, a mechanic, whoever. So you need, as an actor, you need to fit. Your body needs to fit into that. So वो six pack वाली दुकान है वो मैंने बंद कर दी अभी. So I just keep fit now. But since I saw Nikhil,
And also to get
I want to go on a diet after seeing Nikhil. Definitely.
get into his
Thank
clothes, one
God
needs to-
Ramzan is coming. I think I'm going to meet him after Ramzan. And yeah.
Also, I think to wear his clothes, also one needs to work on their fitness because that's the only way you're going to look good.
He's horribly
in your
fit.
creations. It's to carry them off. But also coming to the fact that you said the six-pack ki dukaan band ho gayi hai. Because I remember at the time when there was so much of pressure. Six-pack hai, 8-pack hai, ek ne to I think kuch 12-pack bhi kiye the and then told us about the diet, saying मैंने पानी नहीं पिया before the shoot. I went on a saltless diet. And then, of course, we have Amir Khan, I can take it, who could gain weight and lose weight, which like Kristen Bale, which is not right for your body.
But you know, I want to tell you something. वो समझ में आता है वो क्यों कर रहा है. आप पर कोई डेस्क जॉब कर रहे हो, आपकी क्या मजबूरी है? You know, you look at people, somebody who's doing a desk job, he's killing himself, not drinking water, not having salt, and especially after a certain age, it's very unhealthy.
Yeah.
So I can still understand if an actor is doing it because, you know, there's a film and obviously only those certain days of those shoot where you actually go through that grilling skid of whatever you're intaking. Otherwise, I think it's impossible to have that.
Absolutely, but they look at, and I'm going to ask you, Esha, also, the fact is, they look at actors as role models. We were just talking about South Korea. You have seen that they don't weigh more than 50 kilos. The women cannot weigh more than 50 kilos, but it's such a bad precedent for all these young girls who are looking at them. There's one who got her weight down to 37 kgs to look apart, and the people, what do you eat? An apple, 3 slices of orange. one thing, block of cheese, and yeah, or slim fast, apparently. But there's so much of pressure, and then suddenly, if that actor suddenly is looking a little healthier, oh, she's gained weight, she'll be body shamed. Have you like noticed that? Do you feel sometimes there is a demand to look a certain way, to fit those roles?
I think we had that phase, if I can, like 5 or 6 years back. And if it's about me, yes, even I have been through that. When I used to do TV or when I started off with Gujarati films, I was told that, you look 1.5 times more, like how you said, you look 10 pounds more on screen. So when you look at a 70 mm, you don't want to see a little healthier body because it makes it look a little less appealing. But now, all thanks to Instagram, all thanks to, again, OTT, that people have started talking about body shaming and mental health. And I feel that your food is directly connected to your mental health. So as an actor also, if your food is correct and if you are very much aware of your happiness, that whether your food is really giving you the happiness you want, you choose those kind of characters that you want to play. And again, now the figure is not that important as the character is. So like how even Iqbal said that, we have different kind of characters being accepted in the industry and even by the audiences. So it really doesn't matter that how much you weigh. But yes, girls के लिए ज़्यादा है थोड़ा that yes, that's, but when we as actresses, we accept it somehow, like how I accepted it, quite frankly. But I do have my phases where I am a little low at times and I just don't feel like working out. I just don't feel like going on a diet. I just feel like, okay, today I'm just going to kill it and I'm going to eat everything possible. But then the next day you get up and you decide that, okay, this is your lifestyle. I have accepted this profession. I love it. So I have to follow a particular guideline to be healthy. But I am not saying that we should all go for a size 0. And I think depends on who your inspiration is. Because nowadays, if everyone has one inspiration, they're all going to look the same, like how we were discussing in the
which
room.
they are, in a way they are.
So if you are just competing with yourself and if you want to be the best version of yourself, I think the weight scale doesn't really matter that much.
Absolutely. Muzaffar साहब, आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ. I mean, like they're talking, but they have been through the phases because I still remember your videos and I'm कहीं से ढूंढ के मैं दिखाऊंगी भी. Working out hard and everything. But I'm glad what you did say because everyone needs healthier role models. But do you think those were simpler times back in the day? If we were to rewind back, were there simpler times?
आप हमें बैक गियर में क्यों डालती रहती
मैं
हैं?
आपको बैक एंड में नहीं डाल रही हूँ because I'm also from that era because I'm also from that era.
नहीं, देखिए ऐसा है कि हर आदमी के चेहरे पे एक कहानी है
जी.
और वो कहानी अगर हम कैमरे से पेश कर सकते हैं लोगों के ऊपर के सामने तो वो कहानी असर रखती है. अगर आपने अपने चेहरे को लाद दिया परतों से तो कहानी कहीं ना कहीं खो जाती है. तो दो चीज़ें हैं, एक तो कहानी कहने का जरिया क्या है, एक कलाकार है, और उसकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज उतनी ही ज़रूरत इम्पोर्टेंट है जितनी उसका जहन या पावर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन है, एक्टिंग है. तो ये दोनों चीज़ें बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हैं. और उसके साथ साथ मुझे लगता है एज ए डायरेक्टर मेरी अपनी सेहत उतनी ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. क्योंकि अब मुझे अगर फुर्ती नहीं है और मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता हूँ तो फिर मैं कुर्सी पर बैठ के तो काम नहीं करूँगा ना. तो दोनों चीज़ों को आदमी जो जिससे काम ले रहा है, जो काम ले रहा है, दोनों को मुझे लगता है हमेशा नाप तोल के चलना चाहिए. अब मैंने अपना वज़न जो मेरा 1 किलो भी बढ़ जाता है तो मैं परेशानी में हो जाता हूँ. मैं सोचता हूँ मैंने क्या खा लिया जिसकी वजह से बढ़ गया. तो रोज़ वज़न लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है क्योंकि पता नहीं एक दिन आपने क्या खाया, 1 किलो आपका बढ़ गया वज़न. देन यू कैलकुलेट एंड से ये नहीं खाना चाहिए था, ये मैंने ज़्यादती कर दी, मैंने खीर ज़्यादा खा ली या आइसक्रीम ज़्यादा खा ली. तो दैट आई थिंक इज़ अ वेरी important thing in communication in all art forms which deal with the body, the voice. And the face.
Absolutely, because what you eat will reflect. But Iqbal, I want to ask you, which is the weirdest diet or thing that you actually put yourself in a situation saying that why am I doing it, but I need to do it?
Actually, I've never put myself in that situation. I eat home food. I love home food,
Huh.
and I eat normally, and I go crazy once in a while. And
What do you go crazy? Like, what's your guilty pleasure or your like?
like probably we watching me and my wife. The kids have gone off to sleep, and me and my wife and watching TV. And we probably share ice cream, 1 kg ice cream at night just before sleeping. And it's not healthy at all. But that's okay once in a while, you know. मतलब किसी चीज़ से महरूम नहीं रखना चाहिए अपने आप को. So that's okay. But as I said earlier, and Muzzafar sahab also said, you know, you as long as कायदे से अगर इंसान खाए थोड़ा बहुत सब कुछ, तो वो, you know, आपके काम के हिसाब से भी, unless आप पत्थर तोड़ रहे हैं तो अलग बात है. But otherwise, जैसा काम है आपका वैसे इस तरीके से हल्का सा खाया जाए तो मतलब it's good. I once did this crazy diet, but not for more than a month, where I disowned everybody, including the trainer and everyone, where I was asked to eat only boiled chicken and boiled vegetables.
That was Hugh Jackman's diet for Wolverine also.
I think, I don't know. I think Nikhil is on that diet.
Yeah, actually, Nikhil is looking like Wolverine also from you. There you go. We have our Desi Wolverine. He should be here.
I also realized, ek to I just couldn't take it, you know. And after some time, when I got onto the normal diet, I put on weight so quickly. And that's the worst thing to do to yourself. So I think इंसान की तरह खा लिया जाए तो ठीक रहता है.
मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, as you mentioned, you've done keto. Have you done GM also? That one food a day.
That was going to be my answer, but yeah.
Oh, you've done that?
I tried
She's
that.
like me. She's gone through every diet.
I have actually, because yes, as I mentioned, I was in that phase where I was like, okay, you know, sort of 36, 24, 36. But I tried and then I realized that this is not good for me mentally. If I'm not able to focus on my acting, what's the use of that figure? So I stopped it and then I regained my strength to go on a diet again. And then I started processing everything that in a way that my body reacted. I looked at myself, I analyzed myself that, okay, you know, I am happier in this phase. My body is looking in a particular way in this phase. And what I would like to mention is that I'm also a PCOS and a thyroid girl, so which is very normal for every other woman these days, and we just don't realize it. So because of that, I chose that, okay, you know, I have to be healthy, because if a normal girl could lose like 5 kgs in like good 2 months or something, it's fair enough. But to do that or to even maintain my weight, it takes 2 times the more effort to do that. So only looking at that particular fact, I try different things on myself, that what is suiting me the best. And now I've realized some things that I will keep on doing that for my whole life, so that, you know, I don't have to be worried when the time comes to lose weight or to do a particular project. So, craziest, yes. GM, I think I tried it for a week, but I hated it.
What is GM?
Yeah, you have days.
One food,
One day, one fruit all day, one day,
Banana.
one vegetable all day, one day. So basically you eat the same thing in smaller quantities throughout the day, and there's a 7-day, 7 different things. एक दिन सिर्फ liquid पे हो, एक दिन सिर्फ juices पे हो.
एक दिन सिर्फ banana, एक दिन
Yeah.
सिर्फ soup, एक दिन सिर्फ सब्जी.
So-
It's like you lose weight like that, but then it also comes back. जैसे आपके chicken के साथ वाला. So you have shot in places which actually are known for their cuisine. Whether it's Kashmir, whether it's Lucknow. आपका सबसे favorite कौन सा set रहा and where?
Actually, right from the time I started making films from Gaman, which was shot entirely in Kotwara, my village, I had a person called Tahir. In fact, I've mentioned him in my autobiography, Zikr. And he's been with me right from the beginning. And he created the kind of food that nobody can ever imagine. जो वो कटे मसाले का कीमा, दो प्याज़ा और दम पुख्त और फिर रोगनी रोटी और कबाब, तो हमारी पूरी यूनिट was already sold on the project with his food, you know. And Tahir has been there with me right from
So
beginning.
he used to travel with you.
He traveled everywhere till he passed away. He was there in Zuni also. हालांकि वहाँ कश्मीरी खाना तो बहुत उम्दा होता है, लेकिन हमारा जो यूनिट का खाना था वो ख़ास लखनऊ और अवध का खाना था.